Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English news of Binh Phuoc radio, television station, and newspaper. I'm Ngọc Thủy, presenting you top story as usual. Binh Phuoc thriving to tap tourism potential. Rural youth receive support to bring startup ideas to life. Vietnam, China seek to foster bilateral partnerships in all fields. And later on, photo exhibition spotlights Vietnamese peacekeepers in South Sudan. Binh Phuoc holds huge potential in tourism development, but continues to struggle to attract holiday makers.
The still ethnic minority group cultural conservation area is Sakbombo, Binh commune in Bù Đăng district, welcomes about 20,000 visitors each year. It's one of dozens of prominent tourist attractions in Binh Phuoc, joining the Tà Thiết Special National Relic Site in Lộc Ninh District, the Bù Sam National Park in the border district of the same name, the Bù Lake Grasslands Tourism Site in Bù Đăng District, and the Bara Cultural Complex in Phuoc Long Town. Binh Phuoc is exerting efforts to complete a tourism development plan in a bid to turn it into a spearhead economic sector in the future. Action must be taken in order to tap the province's tourism potential and put its advantages to full use.
Innovative startups has enjoyed strong growth over recent years, and the number of young people have returned to their rural hometowns to get startups off the ground.
The availability of local resources and a desire to earn a living in their place of birth has encouraged many young entrepreneurs to use their knowledge and innovative thinking to contribute to modernization and digital transformation in agriculture. Many young people, however, are yet to access new markets or preferential loans to bring their startup ideas to life. Youth organizations have therefore rolled out activities and programs to support agricultural businesses owned by young people to help them bolster investment and expand production. Activities passing on knowledge also have a major role to play in helping them survey markets, promote trade, and prepare production and business plans.
Health clinic in communes as well as in Dong Xoài City has started a chemical-free campaign to kill mosquito larvae and cough, the spread of dengue fever.
According to the health clinic of Dong Xoài City, as of early July, it had logged 285 dengue fever cases, including 2 fatalities. Outbreaks have emerged in all wards and communes. The city's healthcare sector has sponsored communications efforts and called on local families to clean up water containers, killed mosquito larvae, prune overgrown brushes around their houses, and carry out other measures to prevent the spread of the disease. It hopes to raise public awareness about dengue fever prevention to cut the number of cases and bring the disease under control. In addition to the campaign to kill larvae in the community, Dong Xoài City also launched mobile communications activities along roads and in residential areas on dengue fever prevention.
Now let's take a look at the top story around the country. Party General Secretary Binh Phuoc attended a meeting of the Central Military Commission in Hanoi on July 13th.
Party General Secretary Binh Phuoc urged the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense to improve their research and forecasting capacity and further provide timely consultation for the party and state while chairing the meeting. Chong, who is also Secretary of the Commission, said the Commission and the Ministry should closely coordinate with other ministries and agencies to effectively implement strategies and projects on national defense and security. The leader highlighted combat readiness and the need to closely manage the country's airspace, sea, border, inland, and other strategic areas. A report presented at the conference showed in the first half of this year, the Commission, the Defense Ministry, and other ministries and agencies fulfilled their assigned tasks and worked hard to protect the national sovereignty and territory, as well as to ensure safety for the country's political events. They played a core role in pandemic prevention and control, search and rescue operations, and supporting people in economic development.
Deputy Prime Minister Phạm Bình Minh co-chaired the 14th meeting of the Steering Committee for Vietnam-China Cooperation on July 13th in Nanning City, Quang Autonomous Region.
Politburo member and Deputy Prime Minister Phạm Bình Minh and Chinese State Councillor and Foreign Minister Wang Yi agreed that since the previous meeting of the committee last September, the two sides have worked closely together to maintain the stability of the overall bilateral relationship and cooperation with positive results. They agreed that problems mentioned at the 30 meeting have been settled, while pointing out a number of shortcomings in bilateral trade, including a growing imbalance in bilateral trade and the concession of goods at border gates. Regarding the cooperation orientations in the future, both sides agreed to increase exchanges and meetings at high and old levels, implementing cooperation agreements between two parties, promoting the committee's role in removing arising problems, among others. Concluding the meeting, Minh and Wang announced the signing of a number of cooperation agreements, including a protocol on phytosanitary requirements for durians exported from Vietnam. Earlier on July 12, Deputy Prime Minister Phạm Bình Minh had a meeting with Liu Ning, Secretary of the Party Committee of the Quang Truong Autonomous Region, during which both sides agreed to increase exchanges and meetings at all levels, further promote existing cooperation mechanisms, enhance economic trade and investment collaboration efficiency, and strengthen transport infrastructure connections.
In an article published on July 12, the Business Times of Singapore cited some economists' opinions that says Vietnam's economy is on track for a strong recovery this year.
John Parlet, portfolio manager at Markets Asia, said Vietnam is a frontier market star. While frontier markets are generally smaller, less liquid, and have limited foreign investor assets, it has bucked the trend. For the first 6 months of 2022, foreign direct investment into Vietnam grew by nearly 9% to over $10 billion. Economist Han Tang from DBS, the largest bank in Singapore, forecasts Vietnam's GDP expansion will reach 7% this year to meet the set target. He hopes that the service sector, especially retail, will continue growing fast when COVID-19 is classified as an endemic disease. However, economist Jun Chiu said, despite an optimistic growth trend, the energy crisis had begun affecting Vietnam's growth, recommending the country pay attention to rising growth risks, especially those posed by surging energy prices.
Russian cybersecurity firm Kaspersky Lab recently described Vietnam as the safest country in Southeast Asia against the threat of financial attacks targeting banks, payment systems, and online stores.
Statistics from Kaspersky Lab showed that the rate of scams related to banks, payment systems, and online stores in Vietnam was lower than other countries in the region. The fraud rate was 26.36% in Vietnam, while it was over 40% in Indonesia, nearly 47% in Malaysia, 64% in the Philippines, more than 51% in Singapore, and over 56% in Thailand. It can be seen that the online transactions and shopping of users are increasingly improved, and this can be attributed to the ongoing efforts of the government of Vietnam to raise awareness on financial and data security in the context of mobile banking and e-wallets flourishing in the region, the Russian company added. According to the FinTech and Digital Banking 2025 Asia-Pacific report by Backbase, mobile transactions are forecast to increase by 300% in Vietnam by 2025, thanks to the booming digital economy.
More than 100 photos capturing Vietnamese peacekeepers in South Sudan are on display at an exhibition that opened recently in Hanoi.
Selected from thousands of photos taken by Nguyễn R, the exhibits feature the image of the Vietnamese Blue Beret soldiers while performing their international tasks. At the opening ceremony, the 54-year-old artist introduced a photo book telling about his one-month journey with the peacekeepers in the African nation through 300 photos.
This is the first time I have traveled with Vietnamese peacekeepers who perform their duty in one of the most difficult places in the world. It is my unforgettable experience.
The photos taken by Nguyễn R capture beautiful moments, marking really meaningful periods of time in the military course of each Vietnamese peacekeeper.
There are many difficulties, but we have tried to overcome to fulfill our tasks. I work here with the national pride, trying to do the best possible for the African country.
Witnessing daily work of the peacekeepers, Nguyễn R, who has so far organized 17 exhibitions on Vietnam's land, people, and tangible and intangible cultural heritages, can stop feeling proud.
The peacekeepers are really a source of pride and encouragement for me. I promised with myself to make a good collection on the soldiers and express their enthusiasm to the public.
Last month, Vietnam sent its Engineering Unit Rotation 1 to the UN Interim Security Force for RBA. Established in 2014 and debuted in November 2021, the 184-member unit has been the biggest of Vietnam to join UN peacekeeping mission to date. The first 28 members arrived in RBA on May 5th and the remaining 156 on June 15th.
That's all for today on Binh Phuoc Radio, television station and newspapers news. Once again, thanks for your watching and goodbye for now.